There is a growing fear this morning of an all-out trade war between the world's biggest economies. Overnight, China announced new tariffs on U.S. imports.
And this comes just a day after the White House proposed tough tariffs on Chinese exports. They haven't even executed it yet, just proposed, and this is already happening. NBC Bureau correspondent Chris Pollone now live with more. Chris, what's the reaction you're hearing there on Capitol Hill to all this?
Well, obviously, there's a lot of fear of what might happen going forward. Obviously, when the president announced that he was going to be putting tariffs on Chinese goods a few weeks ago, there was fear that this could lead to an all-out trade war. And we're starting to see these kind of tit-for-tat moves where the president announced a list of products yesterday, and now China has come out and announced some 106 items that they will also be imposing a 25% tariff on. At this point, it's not an all-out trade war by any stretch. $50 billion of U.S. goods is not a tremendously huge amount when you're talking about it, but it does target some sectors that really could suffer in all this. Things like soybeans, you're talking about cars, whiskey, things that will affect different parts of the country, especially agriculture products. So obviously people here are nervous that this could lead to increased prices on goods that Americans like to buy, also lead to declining sales of goods that Americans like to sell. And so people are nervously watching the markets, and also the markets have been responding to this over the last couple of days very negatively. It's possible. Some people obviously support the president's moves and think that this is the right thing to do. There obviously are some abuses. China, especially their aluminum, where they subsidize the price and are able to undercut other people around the world who sell the same product. So there are some problems. There's just not a lot of agreement here in Washington on how to solve this problem.
Nothing new there.
Well, Chris, so we're looking at the markets right now as they open, and in early trading, the Dow is down significantly, down almost 500 points already. 464 points, 23,500. Yeah. And you were saying we could see a 1,000-point drop.
Well, it just feels like one of those days where we're just going to have it up all day and keep watching it and, you know, feel sick about our 401k. Chris Pollone, thanks for joining us from Washington, D.C. By the way, local stocks as well, probably taking a hit today, at least in pre-trading. Amazon, Alaska, Boeing was down 6%. All of those taking sharp hits here off the top of the opening bell, too. So we'll keep an eye on it. On a rough day on Wall Street expected.